Hey everybody, what's up? Megan here. I'm coming at you guys looking a little bit crazy with, full face of makeup on, but no like eye makeup. But I'm coming at you guys with a new video series that I want to put on my YouTube channel, and I'm really, really excited about it. Pretty much, I'm gonna call this, or should I get rid of it? Should I declutter? Should I give it to my sisters? Or wow, like, is this surprising? And do I want to use this? Do I think I'll use it every day? Whatever. And so that's what this series is gonna be zeroing in on. And you can reference my palette collection video, because if you haven't seen it, it's pretty good. And I'll be able to link that for you guys down below. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be using for reference right now. So without further ado, let's figure out what palette I'm talking about and if I love it or if I leave it. Okay, so for today's look, I'm going to be zeroing in on the Lorac Pro 2 palette. I don't have the first one, I don't have the third one. This is the only one that I bought. And honestly, I don't know what was going through my mind when I went and I bought this palette. Because looking at it, I just have no inspiration to work with like any of these colors. I mean, none of them. It's like, I look at it and I don't see any color coordination between these colors. There's a navy, there's a plum, there's a gray, there's a silver, there's a taupe, there's a green. And I just, hi Thomas. And I just think, what were they thinking? There's no color scheme. It's like they just took a bunch of random colors and just like threw them into this palette. And not only that, but upon further inspection, I noticed that there's only really like 2 colors that you can use as a blending color, which is not enough in my opinion if you want to make like a more intricate look. Like light brown and nectar are the only transition shades in this palette. Other than that, like these mattes are all very, very dark. But then you get to this buff color and it's not quite as light as I like them to be. For like a highlight shade, I prefer like satin finish off-white shades, whether it's beige or whatever, but this is too yellow and it's too dark for me personally to really care for that color. So that's what I get initially upon further inspection. And as I was doing this yesterday, it was karma totally, because I accidentally left this palette on the floor and I totally stepped on it. And I cracked the mirror, and I was like, this is totally karma from the makeup gods for me planning this palette's demise tomorrow. So that definitely happened. But let's go ahead and get into the makeup application. The only thing that I've done is I primed the area, and then I did set it with that buff color, that yellow shade right there, but that is all that I've done. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down some of the light brown. I'm going to take the light brown and I'm just going to set it down as a transition color. I'm going to take a fluffy cosmetics brush and just dip into light brown and blend it out. Okay. Now I love the formula because these shadows are so creamy. And they're very blendable and they're very pigmented. It's nothing against the formula at all. I love this formula. It's just, I don't care for the colors at all. And it's disappointing to me. It is. It's very disappointing. Now there's a few lid colors that I would consider working with. Probably these 4, either beige, rosé, mocha, or chrome. Those are probably the ones, so let's go ahead and just swatch them, see what they're all about. So there they all are on my finger. I don't think it's fair for me to use chrome because that was the color that I would use when I use this palette, so I'm not going to use that one. And I remember being very disappointed by rosé on my lid. I just felt like the shine wasn't there. It didn't actually like look like I put anything on my lid. And beige is maybe too light. So I think I'm gonna go in with mocha, and maybe I'll just leave it blank in the center of my lid so that I can maybe put a lighter shade in the center. I'm honestly just gonna put it on with my finger because fingers apply shadow the best. Okay, so I'm just taking mocha and I'm just putting it everywhere up until that crease color. that light brown color. That looks pretty right now. All right, so that's okay. That's okay. So far it's okay. It's tempting to blend it a little bit. Maybe I'll try and deepen it a little bit more, try and incorporate more colors, because if I wanted to, I could just leave it like this, but I figure that's kind of a waste of a video. I'll take plum, why not? I will take plum, and I will put that into the outer V. I'm just going to take a small pencil brush, this is an e.l.f. one, and I'm just going to lightly dip in a plum, and I'm just going to lay it out on my outer V. Can you even tell that's plum? I don't think you can. Okay, can you even tell that's a purple color? Okay. So that's placed evenly. I'll go ahead and blend that some more. Okay, maybe I'll try and just lighten a part of my lid. Yeah, I'll just try and lighten a section of my lid. The inner third of my lid will just try and lighten just because. So I'll dip into Snow, which is that really, really light white color. Let's swatch it, see what it looks like. Let's see. So it's that color right there. Let's see how this shade performs, because I don't think I've ever actually used this color. Finger. Okay, that's better. Not sure how much I actually like this color. It has like a blue undertone, or like a blue duochrome. Maybe it's purple. It's kind of throwing me through a loop. Okay, I don't know how much I actually like that color. That's weird. Okay. Let me just go back in with Mocha and just pack that on. Back up to the crease, maybe a little bit over Snow, because I don't really like that color, and I hope I can wear this all day. Okay. Alright, this is looking fine right now, but it's looking kind of muddy though. Like, you can't really see any color distinction between anything. Can you? I don't really think so. I think just to smooth out the blending just a little bit more, I think I'm gonna I'll just take this really tiny Real Techniques brush, and I'm just gonna dip into Nectar, and I'm just gonna put that really lightly on top of where I place that light brown, just to make sure that everything blends out well. Now we'll just highlight the brow bone, take some more of that buff color, and just put it right underneath the brow bone. Alright, I'm back. I threw on a different lip color because this look is a more cool toned look, and so I threw on a more cool toned lip. It's the Revlon Bomb Stain in the color Honey. Oh my gosh, I love that color. Anyways, what I pretty much did was I just put some liner on the lash line, threw on some mascara. I put some of the plum color on the outer bottom part of my lid, and then I threw on some mascara down there too. So, what's my verdict? My sisters are gonna love this palette a lot more than I love this palette. Okay, the formula, I've said it before and I'll say it again, the formula is awesome. Like, I love Lorac eyeshadows. They blend like a dream. They're super duper pigmented, and I feel bad saying this about this palette, but not only is it that the colors don't speak to me, because they definitely don't, like none of them really are my cup of tea, but I mean, if you look at my eyeshadow look right now, like, it's just average. It's nothing cool, in my opinion. It literally looks like I put a bronze shade onto my eyelid and I blended it out. Like, you wouldn't have known that there's like 5 different eyeshadow colors like on my lid. It just looks so muddy. It's really disappointing. Like, you wouldn't know that I deepened out the outer V, especially with that plum color. And I did actually have to reapply that mocha color onto my lid like 3 different times to even like maintain any sort of finish at all. And believe it or not, I filmed this video yesterday, but I hated the footage, meaning like I did an eye look and it was a complete disaster. And so I removed it and I did it again with a different eyeshadow and it was a complete disaster. And I was like, this makes me look like I'm super inexperienced with makeup and then I don't know what I'm talking about and I'm coming out here like wanting to like fail, which was not the case. But I didn't like any of the footage because it looked so awful that it seemed like a cruel joke when it was not a cruel joke. But like I took cocoa onto my lid yesterday and like you couldn't even tell that that was supposed to be a metallic color. It looked like a matte brown on my eye, like even darker. Like when you brushed it away, when you brushed like the duochrome away, it turned out looking almost like a matte black and I hated that color. And then let's see, I took beige onto my lid the second time and that came out looking like a straight white. It was like a satin finish white color. And it's like no matter what I did with this palette, I couldn't get it to work for me. This one definitely looks the best out of any of the looks that I've come up with, but it just isn't doing anything for me. So I'm definitely gonna have to leave it and pass it down to my sisters, who I don't think they won't be upset, obviously. But yep, that's the verdict. So definitely make sure you guys stay tuned for the next video in this installation. And if you guys did watch my palette collection video, then please comment on what palette you want me to talk about next. But yeah, just comment down below. I look forward to hearing from you guys and I'll see you in my next video.